listen, despite the trouble going on around you, despite the political unrest, the wars, the famine, the sickness, all the craziness you see, despite everyone else running away and building up their walls and fortifying themselves and freaking out and trying to save money and push everybody away and do all these panic security things, don't worry, I'm with you. I'll try to keep it short, and I say that each time, and I think the issue is that I'm such I love expositing, which means explaining verse by verse, point by point, moment by moment, the scripture. I love teaching. I'm a Bible teacher, been one forever, was a pastor for 17 years, or have been a pastor for 17 years, and am now a full-time streamer. But I still love teaching, right? So for me, whenever I see a verse, it's never, okay, let's just talk about this verse and then be done. It's always, I want to talk about the context in the book, and I want to show it where it is and take it apart word by word. It's what I like doing. It's fun. I find that fun. It may not be fun for you, but it's fun for me. And that's what I'm up to. So let's jump into the Devo. I'll tell you. So verse of the day, exclamation point VOD. If you want to know the verse of the day, VOD. This one's from Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10, which, hey, I'm not wearing my glasses. Where's my glasses? I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. They make me look better. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Okay, so again, in context, you're in Isaiah, which is a bunch of prophecies of what's going to happen to Israel because of their disobedience, right? And as the prophecies kind of tumble out, you also get prophecies of how they'll be rescued. You get promises like you're going to go into exile, things are going to be bad, like Jerusalem's going to get absolutely annihilated. But in time, after a generation, I will restore you, I'll bring you back, and you'll be scattered around the world, but I'm going to bring you back. And thank you, Art. Appreciate it. Got to look handsome for the people, and so they, but in this case, God is basically saying, I'm with you, right? The whole world is going to be a mess. Everybody's going to be falling apart, and everybody's going to be frustrated and think the world is just going to hell in a handbasket. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So everybody is going to be not calling on my name. Everybody's going to be trying to rescue themselves, but I will rescue you. I will take care of you. And that's where this comes in. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed. So the world looks very confusing. And one of the mistakes that Israel kept making was that every time anything bad would happen, they would run away from God and run to idols. They'd run away from God. They'd run to another nation. They'd run away from God and run to their military. They'd run away from God and find some kind of human strength for them to be able to do that they could see, instead of running to God and saying, God, please take care of this. Please help us. Please rescue us. Please do something. They were forever running away from God, and God would, they would get themselves in serious trouble, and God would bring them back, and they'd be, restored and put back together and led properly and forgiven and blessed. And then something would happen, and a big nation would come next door, or some world crisis had happened, or a famine would start to hit around them, and they'd panic and they'd run off and they'd go find someone else to trust. It was an absolute mess. Hi, bud. Hi, Xanadu. Good to see you. This verse here is saying, guys, listen, despite the trouble going on around you, despite the political unrest, the wars, the famine, the sickness, all the craziness you see, despite everyone else running away and building up their walls and fortifying themselves and freaking out and trying to save money and push everybody away and do all these panic security things, don't worry, I'm with you. Don't do stupid things in your fear. I'm with you. Don't be dismayed. Don't fall apart. Don't think that it'll never get better. Don't think that don't let the negativity wash over you and take over, because I'm your God. In other words, I chose you. I picked you. I am yours. I made myself your God. I'm strong enough that I can take care of you, right? I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you. Every time in the Bible you see a triplet like that, or almost every time, whatever, but most of the time you see a triplet like that, it's meant to hammer home the point. It's It's a way, in poetic way of saying, pay attention to this. I'm serious about this. This is I really want to drive home this point. So what's the point? It is that God is the strength. God is the help. God is the foundation. So don't run away from it. With my righteous right hand basically means I'll do it properly, right? I'm strong. I also know what I'm doing, and I'm good. Application for this one is very simple. In your life right now, and we just talked about physical illness. We've talked about the insanity that's happening in the world, the discontent you're seeing, the scariness of what's happening just in your own neighborhood. We had just recently we had a storm come through, and it was like it just smacked over 1,500 power poles and wiped out all kinds of trees and killed 9 people, and we were out of power, and all the food rotted, like just out of nowhere. 20-minute storm, a week of craziness, and they're still building away. You just never know. And so the question is, in that fear, whether it's you got bad news, whether it's you got fired, whether it's you got you have a financial issue that's coming forward, or whether it's because you are alone, or whatever is your issue, the fear that rises in, you have a choice as what to do with it. You can either do what Israel did and do what so many others do, and it's run towards comfort that is dangerous and hurtful and addictive and is going to cause you more problems in the future. You can run to other powers, as in, save me politics, save me doctors, save me military, save me insurance companies, save me big bank accounts, save me my own control. If I control the world enough and I tell everybody what to do and get angry enough, then everybody has to listen. Save me. Turn to an idol, to something that is in your life that you think you can trust more, or turn to God and say, God, I don't know what I'm doing. This is too big for me. It came out of nowhere, but I'm waiting on you. I'm just going to wait for you, because I believe you're good. I believe you're with me. I won't let that negativity take over, because you're my God. You picked me to be yours, and because you picked me, you're going to be the one who takes care of me. And in my weakness, instead of strengthening myself with insurance policies and bank accounts and loans and weapons and posturing and better clothes or whatever you're going to do, instead of doing that, I'm going to trust you to strengthen me. Instead of running for help to somewhere that's going to be a problem, I'm going to let you help me in your time. Instead of running to somewhere else, I'm going to let you uphold me, because when you do it, you're right. I've been convicted about this lately because my PC is pooping out. It's been a champ. It's 10 years old. It's upgraded to the max, and it's as good as it's going to get. And it's starting to get to the point where it can't run some new stuff. It can't run multiple things. The things I'm asking it to do are too much. And so what I'm having to do is I feel a sense of panic. I feel panic in that, what if the computer crashes and I can't stream? Streaming is my full-time job. The only time I get income, the only time I can grow and do the ministry I'm called to is on stream, online. What if it crashes? What if I can't play a game that I need to play in order to grow? What if I make a promise to people like today, Tiny SMP, that I'm going to be on, and I can't be there because of my PC? So I'm part of me is freaking out. And even yesterday, on my day off, I started scrolling through PCs and what I'm looking for. What can I get? What's on sale? What can I buy? What can I get? And I just felt this sense of conviction because of something I'd said before, and that's I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to run out and emergency buy. I'm not going to put myself in debt. I'm going to wait to see how God will provide. Will he give a new direction to the channel so I don't need a more powerful computer? Will he help this computer to just stay put? Will he have a giant sale coming in the future, and then suddenly I'll have a benefactor that helps me out? What's going to happen? How's this going to go? And I'm going to wait to see what he says. It could be that I just need to save up some money and I'm just going to get it, and that could be fine. It could be that there's someone out there that wants to help and I just haven't met them yet, and that could be fine. It could be that, I don't need it and I was panicking for no reason. The question is, in that moment of fear, what do I do? And don't get me wrong, I've made the wrong decisions many times. But in this one, my My encouragement to you is that whatever you're facing, pause for a minute and just ask the question, am I running somewhere that is away from God, or am I running to God and can I wait on him? Because that's where the strength is going to be. That's where you're going to be saved. That's where you're going to be held up and helped. Oh no, it's Agent Kneecap. All right, knee. Oh, that works. From now on, we just do cheap shots. If you were like some kind of agent, and that's what you were known for, was like just taking people at the knees.